Face-to-face negotiations between Sudan's government and four opposition parties have begun in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. The two parties are expected to agree on a way forward to ensure total cessation of hostilities in the Darfur, Blue Nile and South Kordofan regions of Sudan.
Former South African President Thabo Mbeki is facilitating the negotiations. He is the chairperson of the African Union High-Level Implementation Panel on Sudan.
A roadmap signed on Monday by Sudan's opposition has paved the way for the country's government to open discussions with the opposition on how to end an ongoing conflict in the Blue Nile and South Kordofan regions. The two parties have begun face-to-face negotiations in Addis Ababa, moderated by the former president of South Africa, Thabo Mbeki. Sudan's government, which had already signed this roadmap 6 months ago, says it expects to come out with a clear plan for implementation.
Approximately expecting cessation of hostilities, ceasefire, comprehensive ceasefire, and then humanitarian humanitarian assistance deliveries agreement.
President Omar al-Bashir's government wants a clear timeline set by the negotiations.
We want this roadmap agreement, which we signed, to be implemented through a very binding timetable.
There will be two separate talks, one between the government and Darfur rebels and another negotiation between the government and parties from the two states of South Kordofan and Blue Nile.
Our message that the SPLM North Sudan People's Liberation Movement is going to stick to the interests of the people, and we are only dictated by the interests of our own people and their hope for peace, for democracy, for equal citizenship, and we have to achieve that.
There has already been a national dialogue that was initiated by President Omar al-Bashir, but the opposition has abandoned it over time, claiming that it is not inclusive. The opposition now wants a preliminary meeting in Addis Ababa to discuss fresh formalities and provide an agenda to create a new national dialogue process. The government, however, insists that this should be a Sudan-only matter. Coletta Wanjoyi for SABC News in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.